Chapter 165. The misty mountain sky today is beautiful, clear with no clouds, a rainbow stretching from east to west, making the scenery here bright and beautiful. But the giant sharp work soaring into the sky makes the scenery here even more majestic. The divine tree has returned to his headquarters. Each of his light steps makes creatures within 10 kilometers scared to cry. The divine tree finds its center, begins to root down to the ground, preparing to sit down. The warriors of Misty Mountain know the master has returned. They come to present themselves in turn. First are the members of the Wind Wolf tribe, followed by the mutant snake tribe with all colors on their bodies, and the main forces of Misty Mountain led by the eldest nine-tailed fox. All bow their heads respectfully before their supreme master. The divine tree shakes himself, as if wanting to find the most comfortable feeling. Before this solemn respect, he also has to groom his appearance a bit. Then, all members of Misty Mountain kneel orderly before the divine tree, then shout in unison, respectfully welcome the master's return. Lan Feng and her sister stand in a shade. The little sister asks Lan Feng in panic, "Is this the divine tree?" Lan Feng is so fascinated by the strong aura of the divine tree that she doesn't hear what her sister says. The divine tree glances to the left. There is a stranger here. Yes, a wingspan of tens of meters black is waving in the air. Then this creature gently lands in front of the divine tree. It is the newly born dragon, the transcendent First Order Thunder Dragon. Wow, just born and already First Order. Truly a special creature, face proud, body radiating a strong, intimidating aura. On its head is a continuously flickering lightning like a blue flame. The divine tree glances at his potential seeds. The three-headed snake is already a transcendent second order. The two-headed wolf is the same. The mutant monkey is at transcendent first order. Even the scorpion brought from the desert is now second order. They see the master. All are extremely happy, as if wanting to show off their cultivation achievements to the divine tree. The thunder dragon speaks first. "Master." The data table immediately appears. Thunder dragon, transcendent first order, talent, elemental mill, mostly reduced elemental attack. Dragon's breath, spring a light of light, tearing heaven and earth separately, special abilities, true dragon essence supernormal being, compare to transcendent second order. Thunder dragon roar, in the scream, it can affect local weather. Devouring lightning can absorb lightning, compensation for your self needs. The divine tree looks at the data table for a while, then looks at the thunder dragon who is kneeling seriously below. He speaks. "Finally you have broken the eggshell. It's just in time when the whole Misty Mountain is welcoming the next generations. Everyone is trying to grow and become stronger." The divine tree extends a root, bringing with it a very precious elemental thunder energy flower. The divine tree gives it to the black dragon and says, "This is the elemental thunder flower. It will help you increase your cultivation speed." The black dragon accepts this precious flower. His eyes still dare not be careless, still listening attentively to the divine tree's instructions. The divine tree continues. "Legendary species like you originally have a very long life cycle. If you grow up, you will definitely be the overlord of the world. Therefore, you need to accelerate your growth really quickly." The black dragon bows his head and replies, "Yes." The divine tree calls out, "Tian Qing." Immediately Tian Qing the Earth Man appears from the ground instantly. He quickly replies, "Yes." "At your service." The divine tree issues an order. "I need to continue to expand the strategy and base of Misty Mountain. You go. If you encounter a human city, if you can recruit then recruit, if not you drive them away." The divine tree's face suddenly becomes serious and continues, "Remember one thing, if anyone surrenders, treat them kindly. If you meet a stubborn person, kill them in one blow." Tian Qing bows his head to obey the order. His long hair spread out looks even more handsome and romantic. The divine tree calls the flower god on one side. The divine tree orders, "You increase the number of positions of the god well altar. Take the opportunity to recruit as many human strongmen as possible." The flower god immediately obeys the order. But this girl is very insightful, immediately feels something is wrong. The master just defeated the sea beasts, so why is he in a hurry to return to expand the forces? Could it be that there is an enemy stronger than before? Thinking of this, the face of the flower god also becomes pale. a little worried nonstop. But the divine tree completely ignores the emotions of the flower god. He looks up to imagine a future of Misty Mountain, where humans will also gather here. There will be a Misty Mountain Research Institute, and dozens of key projects. The level of advancement far exceeds this era. Then there will be a large population, super advanced technology, and the strength will also improve to the maximum from there. That is truly a life that is not passive, no longer worrying. Not like now, every few days a big enemy appears. After all, it's just aiming for the biggest goal, that is to defeat the darkness. As long as the darkness is defeated, humans and the entire planet will have a few thousand more years of stability. But to defeat this giant, Misty Mountain alone is not enough, it needs the help of all living creatures in this world. At the headquarters of the China Federation, a meeting of the highest-ranking members in the power structure of this federation, someone speaks. The mutant tree has evolved to the fourth order. If in the future he no longer helps humans, won't we be extinct? Hearing this, the chairman of the Spiritual Power Supervision Institute rests his chin for a moment, then speaks. About this mutant tree, I think we should still listen to that person. Immediately everyone in the meeting is buzzing. Is there someone who can understand the divine tree? The chairman of the Spiritual Power Supervision Institute orders that girl to come in. That is Xiao Ling, a city manager. It should be known that a city manager is not high-ranking enough to attend this meeting, but if it is someone related to the divine tree, they are fully qualified to participate. Everyone recognizes her, they are all surprised. A female chairman suddenly recognizes, sweat pouring nonstop, she says, this girl in every battle of the mutant tree, she always stands on the same battle line with the mutant tree. The chairman of the Spiritual Power Supervision Institute says, Xiao Ling, you have been very close to the mutant tree, tell us more about the mutant tree. Xiao Ling's face is still cold, she calmly replies, although I have fought with it, but at a close distance, my feeling is that there is an immense gap in power between me and the mutant tree, like a human with an ant. A chairman frowns, feeling unhappy because clearly knows, the ant in Xiao Ling's words is representing humans. This chairman asks again, comparing with an ant is interesting, but do you think, will the mutant tree exterminate humans? Xiao Ling answers, from the past to now, it seems that the mutant tree does not want to exterminate humans. The mutant tree is completely different from other mutant creatures. Other creatures only have a simple intelligence. And the mutant tree is also learning human culture. Xiao Ling stands upright in the middle of the meeting, continues to speak strongly, whether it's exterminating Australith, opening the altar of life essence, or driving away sea beasts, perhaps everything the mutant tree does only has one. At this point, Xiao Ling suddenly becomes serious and slows down, says very respectfully, that is, the mutant tree wants to become the faith of humans. The middle-aged chairman with a face full of wrinkles, gently questions, it possesses abundant life essence, its own strength is getting stronger over time, but does not want to exterminate humans. Is this the way the mutant tree wants to coexist with humans? The chairman of the Spiritual Power Supervision Institute also tightens his face, falls into contemplation. The divine tree wants to be worshipped by humans, that is also wanting to be above humans in the food chain, only that the divine tree will promise not to harm humans. But this is also too difficult, clearly has broken the last boundary of human self-esteem over hundreds of thousands of years. But just at this moment, a person carrying a report rushes into the meeting, his face is panicked, sweat is all over his forehead, he yells, it's not good. The fog of Misty Mountain is constantly annexing cities at a speed that the human eye can see. Right now it is annexing 2 cities, Moon City and Peace City. Hearing this news, everyone is terrified. Is Misty Mountain expanding again? Which direction is it expanding? The reporter immediately answers, not only are 2 cities, but all directions, all continents are being affected. The chairman of the Spiritual Power Supervision Institute calmly says, we can't confront them now. People in the meeting go from being terrified to angry, so we just let it do whatever it wants, but there are also dissenting voices, so what can you do? Fight it? The chairman of the Spiritual Power Research Institute finally concludes, saying, announce the evacuation of the people from these 2 cities, do not engage in combat, and at the same time observe the direction of the fog. The city of Moon is still beautiful and peaceful, The sunlight shines through the clouds, casting a golden glow on the city. The entire city is surrounded by a 5-meter thick and 30-meter high steel wall. This wall is specifically used to resist the attacks and harassment of mutant beasts. And standing in front of this towering wall, none other than Tian Qing of Misty Mountain, a body full of muscles, and the fashion he wears still belongs to 2,000 years before the Common Era. End of chapter 165.